Hey everybody, this is Charlie, the Pennsylvania grain farmer, coming to you from partly cloudy western Pennsylvania today. Today is Wednesday, November the 2nd, and what I'm involved in today is chopping some corn stalks. Some people do that with the rotary mower, and I used to as well, but I don't do it that way anymore, only because once when I did it with my rotary mower, I twisted the PTO shaft off of it because, you know, some of the rows were hilled up a little bit, and I had the rotary mower too low and was, you know, chopping into the ground too much, or I hit a groundhog hole or some damn thing like that. Also, I think, you know, because keeping it low, it, you know, it dulls the rotary mower up pretty bad. And you know, I just got this new to me rotary mower this year, this past summer, which I did a video on, so I hate to take it out and beat it up. So I do my stalk chopping with a disc. Now, this is the rig that I'm using, and I'm for this job, I'm using my Allis Chalmers 10-foot disc. I've had this disc for probably, I'd say 25 years, and it's a good disc. And I used this for tillage up until 4 or 5 years ago. Whenever, after I bought the white 2110, I bought a 15-foot Kraus disc, which I think I did a video on some disking earlier this year. And so this has actually become, I guess you'd say, my backup disc. And I actually had to use it as a backup disc, I believe it was last year, when a bearing went on my Kraus disc and I had to wait a couple days for new ones to come from chute. So yeah, it's a good old disc, and I thought, you know, and I could use my Kraus and I could sit in the comfort of the cab of my white 2110, you know, and I could get done probably a little faster, but I figure why, you know, wear out the bearings and everything sooner on the disc that I, you know, the primary disc that I use for tillage. So that's why I thought, well, I have this 10-foot disc, I'll just take it out and use it to chop the stalks. And that gives me a chance to run my, pull that with my Oliver 1650, which I really enjoy driving. So that's what we're into today. And in case you're not familiar, if you're not a farmer, there's a number of different reasons why you know, many of us farmers will chop up these corn stalks. One reason is that in the springtime, when you moldboard plow the way I do, if the stalks are up like they are right now after just having taken off corn, a lot of times those stalks will catch, they'll kind of ball up in front of one or more of the bottoms on the plow, and then that becomes a real pain in the ass. You have to pick, you know, stop, pick the plow up, shake it. Sometimes you gotta actually pull the plow and get out of the furrow and, you know, make a turn in the field somehow to try to get the, you know, that big gob of corn stalks and dirt to fall out. So, you know, when you either mow or disc these stalks up, that, yeah, usually helps prevent that to happen. The other thing is, and I think one of the advantages of using a disc, is it actually becomes a form of vertical tillage, because the, you know, the disc is chopping up some of the stalks and the husks, and actually even though the disc isn't going deep into the ground, it is partially incorporating these stalks, which means that they should decompose a little faster and you know, get you know, help to put some of the nutrients in those stalks back into the soil again a little quicker. Okay, so those are some of the reasons why I do it. And yeah, I know doing this with a rotary mower, you know, makes for a little neater job. And I understand that, but you know, I think there are advantages to me using my disc. So that's what we're into today, and I'm going to jump up on the 1650 here and get started around the field and take you along for the ride. Okay, that's one time around the field, and I think you get the idea, so I won't you know, bore you with taking you around and seeing the same thing again. I really enjoy anything that I get to do whenever I'm sitting on an all-over, and I know some of you are all-over enthusiasts too, but whether you are or not, I hope that that you enjoyed this video and, you know, seeing this part. It was this same field, I think, that I took one of my early tillage videos when I was, you know, plowing for this corn, which is one of the first things you do in the year. And now you're seeing the same field where I'm doing the, you know, the last job on this field for the year, which is cutting up the corn stalks. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. If you already have subscribed, I appreciate that very much. Probably my next video will be on hauling soybeans. I was expecting that to be in place of this video, and I had a video of hauling soybeans filmed from last week. However, when I started to process that video, I had my phone in a magnetic mount in the cab of my truck, because somebody previous to me had taken out the headliner, so, you know, it was easy to find a place to stick the magnetic mount. The problem was that as I hit some bumps, the camera actually slowly started to point further and further downward, so that after a few miles, I was actually just getting a view of the the dashboard of the F600 and nothing else. So it really kind of disappointed me and pissed me off, and I probably had about, you know, 20 minutes worth of footage of, you know, going to the mill and dumping the load out. So I just got mad and just deleted the whole thing, because in much of it you weren't going to see anything at all. And I'm going to refilm that whenever we're working on Corey's soybeans here coming up. We'd probably be working on his beans tomorrow, but the poor guy had a death in his family, so he's going to be tied up for the next day or so. We're hoping that you know, maybe we'll be able to get back on his beans on Friday. The weather's supposed to be nice, and if I make trips to the mill, then I'll get some video of that. So for now, coming to you from partly cloudy western Pennsylvania, this is Charlie, the Pennsylvania grain farmer, saying, see you next time.